go here. Yeah, we here. We here. Let me change this
Oh,
because
we here?
Facebook
We
is
here?
trifling. We live now. My
Oh,
God.
Facebook just did it.
You see,
Facebook just did it.
see how they do? See how they do? Fake man, I can't stand Facebook sometimes. I tell you, if my mom wasn't on Facebook, if hold on. Let me
What?
mute because I'm hearing myself. There we go.
I don't hear nothing. You sound good.
There we go. I fixed it. Oh my goodness. You know, it's impromptu here right now, brother. Impromptu.
Oh, okay. Look,
This is really helping me figure out that I should not be going live on Facebook. That I should just copy the link.
Or just copy the link, send it over to YouTube. Yeah, man.
I don't like it. I don't like it, man. You know, I don't like having problems. I don't like having problems.
You look good on Facebook. It's nice and clean. You want me to lower my chair?
Let me see here.
I'm all discombobulated in here. I don't care. We shooting a break. I got cans on my head today.
Where mine at?
You know what I'm saying?
I should find mine. You know, I don't know where nothing is. I'm just here disheveled and everything. But we live. We in the building.
Yeah, and then you know I'm a fool, right?
Is there?
Mic check 1, 2.
Oh, he done brought out the old school.
I ain't got no cameras to chase me because I ain't
brought out the yellow phone.
Right now,
brought out the yellow phone.
Mic check 1, 2. Calling James Hicks on the line.
On WOWI.
We have a caller on line 3.
R&B station coming to you live. WOWI.
It is the late great, meaning late, absolutely on timing. Late great Pelzer.
We don't know. We're trifling. Ain't nobody drinking either right now, folks. I know y'all watching. No. We not even. I'm still drinking coffee because I'm gonna go work out tonight. You know,
we don't have no act right.
No
act right tonight.
At all. And that could be a problem. No, I'm not gonna do that. I've been to the gym one time since the new year since I had COVID. I went last night.
Oh, that's right. You were sick, so you got a reason.
Yeah,
you got an excuse.
Because that's where I got it from. That's the only place I go. I messed around and caught the COVID in the gym, and yesterday was the first time since this whole year that I've been back.
Yikes! You gotta mess around the gym. Oh, so you do have drink? We don't have drinks tonight. We just got.
Yeah, we just got
drinky
drinks. Yeah, see, look at MDH over in the.
That's water. That's water.
Yeah, she's like, this is coffee, player. This is coffee. No Tito's or nothing. See, that's MDH. You know Melanie Diane, right? You know MDH.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to get her from StreamYard over to Ecamm. I offered to even send her a Mac. I had an extra Mac, but she don't. I don't know. She didn't want it. Seniors in the building. Good day to you, sir. Good day to you, sir. Or good night.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. Somebody. Oh, that might be. Hey, that might be.
See,
my
James getting
shipment.
some stuff.
That might be my.
Go
shipment.
ahead.
Hold on.
Look at him.
I can't blame.
Ladies and gentlemen, James Hicks is getting some stuff already.
Hold on. Let me see.
That's why he about to go to the door because he about to get stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're joining in right now, you notice there's an empty seat right next to me.
I'll be right back. That's somebody. Let me put you on camera.
I want them to see the empty seat. So I'm co-hosting with the absent dude in the picture. See the chair just swung around and there's an empty mic right there. It's because James Hicks is going to the door. And there he is. He's focused in the background. See how it says focus in the background. If you're joining us live, say hi. Let me know who you are, that you're in the room. Give a shout out. Let me know if you're on the YouTube side or if you're on Facebook. We're just here running gun, just shooting out right now. We weren't going to go live, but it's like, hey, let's stay in touch with people. I got a lot on my mind. Went and did some prison ministry day, did an interview, and I'm here for it to help people, right? To help people. And this is what James and I do. We're down to help people and help people to grow in the best way we can. An old saying that I have that I'm just going to impart to y'all is, if I can help somebody as I travel along the way, my living will not be in vain. So I really believe that. And that is the genuine me. And I know I can say that for my brother James too. My brother from another mother, and through Ecamm, on the other side of the United States, I appreciate them. So, James, people in the comment section probably going to tell you where they at, on which side they on, you know.
Well,
And go ahead,
I see
go ahead.
NBA
What you saying?
over here give me a hard time. And no, it was just regular old Amazon. It wasn't anything. It wasn't what I was expecting to show up. So
It's some other stuff though.
man. Okay. We're not gonna talk about. Well, we can talk about it. I don't have a problem talking about it. But no, I just thought I'd have something to display. I came back and you was having church though. Okay.
Well, you know, I'm going to bring that side up.
Yes, sir.
Dana Lattery's over here. I see him on the Facebook side.
On the Facebook side?
My bearded brother. He's over there. Always gives me some good scenery. I can always count on Dana to see the great outdoors and the sticks that I don't even get to. So that's the hockey man.
Yeah.
Dana's the hockey
I
man.
know
Yeah, that's right.
Dana, he was the first merch that I bought off of Press and Sew, because he got his site on Press and Sew. He was the first. I got it around here somewhere. I didn't throw yours away, Dana. Tell him come on over here to YouTube so we can throw some comments on the screen.
Yeah, throw on YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Just some regular
YouTube link. What's the you know what? I gotta hit the YouTube link. So
come on
see
over.
The YouTube link. I'll get it and paste it in the comment section.
Appreciate it.
Because I was checking you on there.
Appreciate
Yeah, I
that.
like your picture. Oh yeah, I'll block
Which
your
one?
phone number off, but I like your picture in there.
Well, you know that I do little things with AI too. You know, I'm out here content creating, doing some things, making some collateral. That's what I did. I'm trying, man. Come on, man. We trying to do something. I don't know what it is, but we trying to do something.
Oh no, we going to narrow this thing in. I'm gonna speak straight positive. We about to narrow this thing in because I'm excited for everybody that's been going live. Right, I've been working. I've been sitting back in the cut.
Coming live too. I've been noticing that too. Yeah.
And watching, but you know what you have to pay attention to? People that appreciate what you do, people that compliment you on what you do, that you're doing good, even when you're not sure if you're really doing it well, right? They see you and they're saying like, yo, I like your live, your camera be dope, you know, you got the sound and stuff. I'm saying to you, and this is for us, go ahead, take it in and then give it back out. I think when we rob ourselves of sometimes, either we forcing trying to make people better when they don't want to be, or then, you know, sometimes, you know, people are complimenting and we're kind of like reluctant to really like just be live. Like a lot of times the giving is not teaching people how to do it, deliberately saying, let me show you. It's just showing by showing you, if that makes sense. So what I kind of got rebuked on today at an interview I was at. Shout out to my buddy Lil John Roberts. I was talking to the gaffer, the lighter, and the audio, and the people in the room, and people that remember when I was doing convos during the pandemic, they're like, yo, what happened? You know, like, where'd you go? And even people with sermons, they were like, yo, I was really enjoying your Sunday mornings. I'm like, you know, I kind of just, so a part of really helping people is just being live.
The piano. You used to go live right from the piano.
I used to do it. But I've been working, so that's the good news. The good news is I know why I haven't been live, but it's not a good thing, and I needed to be encouraged to jump back on it, to get back in the zone, and you know, just start being live. And
well,
so,
everything has its season, right? I mean, it's not like you've been sitting around stagnant. It's not like you've been sitting around not doing anything. You've gone in just a different lane and in a different path. And I'd be concerned if you were just sitting around letting the gray hair grow, right?
Yeah.
But you've found a new itch to scratch, and you've become really prophetic at it, right? The creative photography and the storytelling using your cameras. That has become a niche that I think, so I'm gonna give you these flowers, right? That niche that you've carved out for yourself that nobody else has done ever, right? Everyone is typically going out there taking shots, taking photos, landscape, scenery, whatever the case may be. But you bring that swag to it. You bring you to the shoot. You bring you to the setup and the environment and the light. Anybody that can put lights on the bottom of their shoes. What Okay, so you've been doing that. Now would be a good time. So now again, if you've gotten to a point, now would be an awesome time to come out here and walk people through your process, your mental process. Not necessarily teach people how to do what it is you do, but
Right.
because this is one, and I'm speaking this out into existence because this is something I'm thinking about as well. Just actually going live for about an hour and a half or so, and just walking through the process.
Mm,
Not even
I
having
like
a
it.
plan, just I fire up Notion and I'm just starting to add in notes, or I start building out some overlays and just do the thing and let folks see me do the behind the scenes things. And I think we would get a lot of value. I know selfishly I would, to see KP do, even when you're making coffee in the morning. Right. I mean, I
Right.
sit there and I study that whole siphon process that you do and say just that right there would be an interesting bit of information that you could share with your community. So there you go, man. You was talking about it. I was giving you some flowers. Sammy was liking our glasses. I put on the Ray-Ban glasses, so I'm getting my messages in my ears.
Yeah, I'm
now.
digging
So
those. I'm digging
come on
those.
now, come on. But you get it? That makes sense to you, man. That's where I think you.
No, it is today at the okay, this is what we talked about offline. And I told you what happened behind the scenes. And I got some pictures of it I'm gonna post. But being in the hot seat, being the person that's interviewed, and something I was ready to say tonight that's going to really be a help. Is that Monique? Or no, Marjorie. Wait, let me see. Let me open up my thing over here so I can see. But something I wanted to bring. I was talking to Irvin Fryer earlier today, and then a couple of different people I was talking to, they were like, "Yo, I love what you're doing in X, Y, and Z." So I go to this documentary shoot today, and they're recording me, and I'm looking, and there's the girl with the camera that's like 2 versions before the one I got.
Okay.
She doesn't have the V mount, doesn't have all this. The dude comes in there with 2 lights, and I got my 2 lights in the car, like, because I had to go
Always.
do,
Always.
something. And the correctional facility, I had to do some photos and stuff and a little bit of, candid recording and stuff. So I got extra gear in the car. I'm looking like, do y'all need some of my stuff? Like, is this all y'all using? Right? We in the
Y'all need
studio,
some
and I'm like,
Ulanzis? I got some Ulanzis if you need them.
dude, it's like I got my Amarans, Ulanzis in the car, and I'm sitting there like, and I got my case, my Nano case. I got the A7 IV. I got the 5 in my hand.
Oh, so you took the red case with him. You took the red.
Yeah, I got the
You
red
took the
briefcase
good-
and stuff,
you
and I'm
took the
looking,
good-
but I'm soaking it in because as much as I know I talk, I just kept my mouth shut. Like, that's my new thing in 2024 is to be honest with myself and say, hey, I am a talker. I'm like this sports channel that's just da, 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 da. I can do that. So when I start to really get quiet, I'm up in my level because I'm gonna sit in the room and be like,
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
so I want to shout out the people that's like, don't be mad if you run your mouth a lot. Like, if you're a talker, just be honest with yourself and say, I am a talker. So then you know to stop and take in. If you're a quiet person, you got to know, hey, I'm quiet. I need to start speaking up more. Things ain't going to happen. Right. So everybody faces those things. But back onto this, I'm looking at the room and I'm like, I thought about our eCam community. I thought about other people that never get started. It's because they're looking for so much. And I'm in the room and I'm one of 5 people they were recording today. And I'm like, they don't even have a hard drive. I was like, this girl, she's putting it on the card. And I'm like, we're so hard on ourselves. We got to have 5 Amaran lights or, 18 Nan lights. And, we going into all the details. And I got there and they set up at the same time that I got there. And they were ready to roll in like 25 minutes. And here's the thing. It's because it wasn't that deep. It's a documentary shoot. And sometimes going live, we almost forget it's not that deep.
It's not that deep.
You know what I'm saying? It's not that deep. Like, hit it and then be honest. If you're like James Hicks, if you're like me, if you're like Irvin Fryer, if you're like Doc Rock or different people, then yeah, you're going to go in. That one light's going to bother you. Like right now, I only got one light showing over there. And I'm looking at it like, dang, I want to change the color of the light stuff. That's me. Yeah. But for this whole documentary with 5 different people shot in the same room in the studio today, one camera, a A7 III, two lights, two panel lights.
That's all you need sometimes, brother. That's all you need.
They put a boom mic and threw a lav on me. And you know what? I did not ask, is it a DJI? Is it a Rode? We didn't have a pissing match on what's a better mic, what's a better lens. There was a side girl shooting over there with a Canon camera. And it was an older one too. So I was just like, you know what? They're doing a whole production. They're getting paid for it. And they don't have half the stuff that most of us are using daily.
That's true.
But they got the job done. And I look good on camera too.
Well, you know, you
they have me looking good.
you know when you look good too, right? You know, and hey, I like what Sammy and Melanie said. You know, it's not a movie, just a live stream. Just hit the button and go live, guy. Right,
exactly. Just take
your own way sometime.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know what they were happy of? I came in the room with my glasses without lenses in them.
Okay.
Right. I was like, yo, hat on or hat off, and I put the hat on, right, so they didn't have to worry about the overhead lighting in the hot spot.
Extra shine, I know, extra. So I'm looking for my hat right now. Let me.
No, you good, because you got your soft lighting, man. You good. But in that room, you know, they had to know how to set it, and so I was ready for them. Man. They were happy with me.
That's good. See, there you go, right? You know how to set it up too, right? You can help them to help them, right? You can help the grips and the best boys and the gaffers and all them with, you know, maybe put the light over here 45 degrees. You'll be all right.
So here's the thing. It literally made me want to go into production, right? And I have to do a shoot later on this month, and I'm the only person. And so the lighting guy and the audio girl was like, they was pitching to me like, yo, if you need an extra hand, you know, on the gig, we got you. And I'm sitting there looking like, yo, it's so much easier if you just get somebody on the lights, somebody on the sound. You can concentrate on looking at it behind the camera. I'm like, I am a producer in video too, because I knew how to give the producer what they needed so that they could create more. That was the crazy thing. Like they were like, oh, we like this guy. Like, you know, I knew how to give him pregnant pauses. You know what I mean? So the siren came down the street because the room wasn't sound treated, and they had to have me answer a question over again. So I repeated it back, and the editor's looking like, oh, cool. I punched it in right there. Like, you know, I knew to keep my head positioned a certain
code,
way.
Right? He knows how to do the clap, the time code and everything.
They was loving me. They was like, so you do this? And I'm like, I kind of do. They looked at my Instagram or YouTube. They was like, oh.
They like, okay. He know what he doing. We gonna be okay. We gonna be all right. My God. Yeah. It's good stuff. It's good stuff, man. But what else you getting into, man? I mean, you saw the. Don't read the message that I sent to you online. I'm not gonna read loud. But I'm just saying, you know what? That's mentality and mindset where I'm at for 2024, and it's about quality time, quality people. Hold on. I got messages and getting it coming in my head. So MDH messages came.
Go ahead. What you got?
No, I get, because she sent messages and they're coming in my head, and I don't know what to do because I can't multitask. I'm, 54 years old. I don't know how to multitask. I forgot what I was saying. All right, I'll come back to that. Let me answer questions that are coming in the comments. CES, bruh. I'm gonna need you.
Yeah, tell me about that.
I'm gonna need you to come hang out with me. I'm recruiting you now for next year, which will be my 13th year at CES.
Good Lord.
Yeah, it's off the chain, right? It's only industry insiders, it's only media that are there with all these big tech companies, consumer tech companies.
Okay. What you laughing at?
I got the peanut gallery sending message. You know what? Hold on. Let me
let
me just take them off. Let me take them off and just go into there. I got too much noise coming in my head.
Oh my goodness!
But this was the second time out of 12 that I've gone without a crew. Right, I've tried to do it myself. I went with a real light kit. Right, I didn't take any big cameras. I just took my DJI Osmo 3. These glasses are what I copied a handful of the because I can live stream with these too. Right, so I went with a real light kit.
That's nice.
So I didn't have a problem with a whole bunch of gear and anything like that. But there's just so much going on that I would love to go with some folks that know how to talk to people, that know how to have a conversation, know how to interview, and are passionate about this stuff as well. I take care of the squad that come with me. You can ask anybody that's come with me before. Listen, the hotel is dope. I'm gonna feed you. We're gonna eat. So you just got to get there.
So what are you doing? Like, are you grabbing? You grabbing content or like checking out products and stuff?
All that, man. I got products that have shown up here that I haven't even taken out of the box yet. Yeah, I mean, like Withings is a company that I work with. You know, Withings, the scale company.
Yeah, yep. I get on it every day.
Connected. So I
get on it every day, man.
I was still in Vegas and they sent me the new one. This
that's the one with the bar. I want that one because I'm all into
this would be fat for you.
Body water weight, fat,
ECG monitors and everything, right? So I got that showed up while I was still there. So I got to do an unboxing and video, and I got a whole bunch of I got some more lights. I mean, it's I don't go there for the gear, for the free stuff. I go there for the networking. You get it though. Well, I get it. Yeah, I do take an extra suitcase with me all the time. But yeah. So bro, I may see if I can recruit you for next year. I already booked my hotel for next year. So I know the process what I'm gonna say. Already. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like Sammy's energy, and I can't wait to catch up with Sammy when I know I'm going to be in New York, and I can tell him ahead of time. Because I'm gonna tell you something, Sammy's gonna be the kid that you can get him out there with that FX, and then also you can have him review products too. So let's just say everything you review, you have him review it after you as well, right? Because if I'm producing him, I just want Sammy to take it and do whatever and laugh at whatever he does or doesn't. And while we're laughing, we're seriously looking at like another angle that you or I won't do.
Yeah.
That because you're going to do a review a certain way, I'm gonna do it another way. Like I am always going to be the person of why you can do without it to find out why you need it. So,
and I love that perspective too. I give folks who come again. I'm just hosting. If you come with me and part of my squad and that kind of thing, but you're getting access to all of these companies and all this information and create the content, put it on your channels. But obviously, I would request that you put it on mine as well. We can do that. But I mean, take advantage of the situation. You're sitting in the room with Sony, with Samsung, with LG, with all these companies. Take advantage of these opportunities to sit in there with these people and get that information. So exactly what Mel was saying, divide and conquer and have each one go to a specific category. That would be the thing, right? So have you go to have you go to the audio and the home technical, the audio and video places like that and go hang out at Sony, go hang out and that kind of thing. Have someone else go to the connected health, and it's a global event. People from all over the planet show up. Right. I mean, there's French, India, Korea, Japan. I mean, all the companies across the globe are there talking about what they've got coming out. It's tough to handle for one person. But the Pumas and the Nike Dunks worked out really well because I put some steps in. but the Pumas actually worked out really well. Yeah. Shouts out to Puma.
So here's what's crazy, and I learned this in the music industry. And so here's a deconstruct to find the construct, right? So for you, I love your voice. I love how you approach things, and you're a voice I would listen to if I'm exploring something, right? Because you sound trustworthy, right? I know you're trustworthy, but you sound it too. The underlying key thing is this though, because it happened in the music industry. I used to go to NAMM with Jazzy Jeff and other musicians, and we will always be like, oh man. But here's the thing you're gonna laugh at. Every plaque on my wall, we used the same core 5 pieces of gear for all of those albums. And
Wow.
and I'm talking albums that sold over 30 million copies, right? The thing was, we were always going to see the new gear.
Right.
The problem was we never ended up using the new gear for the stuff that we made money on. So because what happened was that, so for everybody, here's what happens. You land in on, if you come into the game at a ZVE 10,
Mm-hmm. Come on now.
if you're creative, you maximize that ZVE 10 and know that you grab a ZVE 1 because you want it, not because you need it to be what you already were with the ZVE 10. And I'm only saying that on a deconstruct for the construct to say, I like new gear all the time. Now, the Sony A9, it ain't for me. I mean, it costs a fortune. It's got global shutter and all that, but all that stuff is blah, blah, blah. Cause I'm like, I get sharp pictures already, and I'm not chasing a cheetah down the street to get 15,000 shots to get the one. And some of my favorite photographers that had their hands on one, I can't look at their pictures and say, dang, that's an A9, version 3. So does that say don't get an A9? No. So this is where you need maybe the James Hicks to say, hey, if you're a sports photographer, this camera would really work. But here's the language that I think that you do that I would say even emphasize it more. We have to be careful of saying you need this or this will benefit you.
Truth.
Right? Because if I got a product, I'm not even going to pitch it to you like you need it. That's old school. If you say you need this, then people automatically, they can be combative. If the price point is too high, you're going to figure out why you don't need it because you don't have the money to pay for it. Yep. But if you say this will take you to, and then I got to remix this. We got to be careful with saying to the next level. Because for me, that was always a suppressive statement to say, if you want to go to the next level, you need an SM7B. Man, I'm already on the next level without it. You see what I'm saying? Like once we subscribe, because I subscribed to it before and I threw it out there to say, oh, if you want to level up your studio, then you need this light. I'm already leveled up.
Pretty much.
Like nobody's going to tell me I need to level up because I don't need to level up. When I told people the same gear I had for 2 years is the same thing I'm streaming with now, because if you put it together right and it's dope, it's like and anybody know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm about to say. It is like a GTR. It's like a GTR, Nissan GTR. I'm gonna
pull it up for the young folks.
Bro, a GTR is still one of the sexiest Nissans you can buy. And it literally does not change. Like a Lamborghini has not changed that far from the original, because when they made it the first time, it was dope. It was fire. This SM7B, it's the same thing Michael Jackson has been using, because if it ain't broke, you ain't got to fix it.
It's that Thriller mic.
Yeah. It doesn't mean you don't get a new mic. If you come into the game, try everything new. That's when you go and you check out the reviews on, all these multiple things. But if you have already been doing it, don't get caught up, or else you're never going to get there. I promise you.
Oh, hold on, man. That's the word right there. Let me grab that right there. If you don't get caught up in it. So, I mean, I like that because, and hey, Chris, he said GTR. I had to put one on the screen for the young cats who don't know about it, right?
That car, one of the sexiest Nissans, boy.
Right. I mean, you
can pick any year, and they all hot.
Any year, you can pick any year. You've heard me say many times too, like when it comes to like recommending products, because that's typically a lot of conversations that I have. I'll always at least recommend 3, right? Because not everyone is in the same season as you are, or you may think that they are, and 100 may be too much to spend for someone. 200 may be 200. $600 may be way too much, even though in the grand scheme of thing, this fantastic microphone, since we're talking about microphones, is actually cheap. Not expensive compared to some other things that are out there in the marketplace. Let me
His
say
mic
that.
ain't cheap, yo. He lying. His mic is not cheap.
I'm
That
looking for
mic ain't no
words.
cheap.
You see me over here looking
These
for
mics
words?
back here, cheaper joints back here. Okay, this is a cheaper mic.
I'm looking for words in the sky and I can't find them. It's not happening.
I got the cheaper version of these mics back there. 4 of them. Okay.
Yeah. Well, 1, 2, 3. Yes, there are. God, you know what? I got Melanie in my ears while I'm trying to talk, and I'm confused. And
Boom, boom, boom.
and the FedEx man didn't show up with what I need to show up with. Okay, I don't know.
wait a
Let
minute.
me get these comments going on. Shouts out to got him. Victor's in the building. Victor, man, when I saw you going on that trip, I'm not gonna put all your business out here in these streets, but yeah, he's about to take a international trip, and he just picked up these. Yeah, he just picked up so he's gonna be doing some live streaming and some video and content capture with these Ray-Ban Metas. Man, you
those
gotta
were
get
hot.
these, Keith.
Those were hot. I saw
you
I saw that Instagram with those.
Yeah, you can put your prescription in these.
Oh, I like it. That's dope.
Yeah. I was sitting right there with Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. in a session last week at CES, and I live streamed the whole thing to Instagram. Let me find that. Gangster boy.
He said we say invest, but you can get an MV7X for 1. That's true.
Is that right? Where you getting that at?
Listen.
Macari? Oh, you getting that right?
All my clients, I put them at that table and they're amazed because I literally got those mics. I said this almost every live stream we've done. I literally got those mics sounding on the same level as this right here. But they're unique. They have their own character. So this is a word for some people. Whatever space you create that space so dope that each space has its quality, where you're not, the people that are looking, they're not missing that one spot. So make everything you do. It's like putting different lenses on the camera. You don't get so caught up in your new 85 millimeter lens, right? That your 24 looks whack compared to your 85. You just want to say that's an 85 and that's a 24, but they both hot. You know what I'm saying? Your home setup, you have to figure out how to go live. Like James, shout out to my boy James. I watched his Instagram and I was like, oh, he got the glasses on, because it's James quality. You know, he's out in the field.
I'm trying to be still the whole time. I got.
Nah, it look good, man.
Hey, I got Stephanie Garcia sitting right next to me on this, and her and Brandon are like poking and prodding at me with they got sandwiches. They bought peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and I'm hungry. So they messing with me. They sitting right next to me, and I'm trying to be still when Robert Downey Jr. come out, so I can get this footage. Anyway, it was tough though. It was tough out here in these streets.
So you were streaming with those?
Yes, sir. Listen, yes, sir. And so
That's crazy.
Come on now.
That's crazy.
There you go. He coming out there.
So wait, how do we reconcile, right? Dogging each other on when the Sigma 16 was the end thing, right? And then we put Ray-Bans on, or we take the Osmo, right, which is not Sigma glass. You know, then it dawns on you when I do some BTS and I got an iPhone 13, right? I got an Osmo, I got the Sony camera, and you just slap them all together into a reel, and it drives by so fast, and people say, oh, I like the reel, especially the part that you did so and so on, and it's like, oh, that part was a cloudy iPhone screen that I didn't wipe the back of. They like, what kind of filter did you have on? It's called smudge.
What kind of filter you got?
What kind of filter you got? I'm like, smudge, because I had cream on my hand, and
that would be lotion and grease on my fingers. Unfortunately, they got on my leg.
People, I'm so guilty, James. I'm guilty of just saying, if I really had to do like a master class, or people had that, yo, can I get 20 minutes with Keith Pelzer, just give up the tape? It's really like, yo, I accessorize, right? And my equipment, it complements my creativity.
Mm-hmm.
My creativity is not contingent upon my equipment. My equipment complements my creativity.
Yes.
Right. So therefore, that helps you to know what to buy, what not to buy. I will be honest.
Mm-hmm.
The Osmo is cool, but guess what? I found out that I was like, I don't have time to do a YouTube on it. It is not the best camera to have while you're riding your bike. I thought it was.
True. I could have told you that.
Dog, it is not the best, because I had it right, and I had the, you know, the arm thing on there,
yeah,
and I whip it out, and it's cool.
No,
but by the time you get the joystick centering in, and you trying to ride, and then you have to put it up and make sure it folds, and then put it in the thing and stuff, I found myself grabbing my phone out the pocket.
Yeah, that's too much.
And doing this again, and I was just like,
you know what? Get the something from Insta 360, because they were there. They haven't released. They said they didn't release anything new, and I got which one I got? Hold on.
Now see, that Insta might be it.
Disheveled tonight. So I got the one with the 360 lens. Hold on, get over here. So I got the RS1 with the Leica 360. So this is dope.
Right.
But they've got some more action cam type ones where you can just attach to your shirt or to your hat or something like that. I think Doc has one of them, but Insta would probably be a better solution for the bike, because and not your A7R4 or something that you drop that you put on the ground, ride off 100 yards and then come back. I've seen you do that too, and I get nervous every time I see that. Somebody gonna come pick up that camera.
Oh no, hell no! I got something that'll catch them quicker than my feet can catch them. You hear what I said?
Come.
I got something that'll catch you a little bit. It's kind of like Superman. If that's a hint, they catch you a little bit quicker. Especially if I got my gravel bike. I don't put my camera down unless I got the gravel bike, because with the gravel bike I got extra storage capacity. You know what I'm saying? So I carry.
Y'all see these lines? Read between these lines.
I can have some peace that transcendeth all understanding. I'm biblical. If I hold my peace.
Don't let me put this
I'll
on.
play with my cameras now. You know what I'm saying? I got some act right for you. Pay too much for them things, boy. It's like, I think you need to put that camera down, bro. Trust me, you ain't faster than Cat Williams, okay? I will catch you. I will catch you. I will catch you. You gonna get caught. It's only gonna be about a couple millimeters long.
Literally. I sure hope that some of the young cats that are listening right now get where we coming. They get, again, read between the lines, because
no, I know what you mean. I'll be ready.
I know my dad does. My dad's online too. I know he does, because he just like that too. We always come out just in case. Insurance. We walk around with insurance just in case. MDH know how to use some things too. She be out there, listen, but she more the she with the accessories. Right. She got there. She trained in utilizing accessories and knocking down big game. So the folks that I hang out with,
right,
carry some stuff.
Hey, look. So there's that part, and then there's like Tina's like Eddie Murphy in the movie Life. Eddie was like, the spoon was sharp.
I can't do it no more.
If the spoon was sharp, it's like consequences and repercussions around here.
I can't do it no more. Wrong one. Oh Lord, I see I'm hitting the wrong button there. She's scrappy. I am.
But James,
I'm a mess.
To your point though.
Yeah.
And I thought about this. This is Keith in digital creative preacher mode. Now here's the thing.
Get up straight.
With all of this different stuff. So think about Cine rigs. I spent all this time putting Cine rig together, And you know when I really use the Cine rig, I use it if I'm doing a documentary shoot or something like that because it looks cute, it's big. I can put the V mount, all of this and that crap on there, the mic thing, the zoom, run the cores out of it, have the Ninja on top and all of that. But I'm like, who the heck is Cine rigging, right, for 90% of your stuff? And then Chris, I forgot his last name on Instagram, Chris Brokars or Chris, I forgot his name, popular guy. He was talking about, you know, the stability, and he did a comparison, and me and a couple other guys said in the comments section, make it make sense. Not to him, but he was arguing, oh, this new Sony is so dope, it's just as good as a gimbal. And it's like, do you understand what you're saying? So now how am I going to look at you when you say, oh, check out the new gimbal? I'm scrolling past and not paying you no mind because I'm like, you sold me on the stability of the ZV-810, and if I'm riding a mountain bike up and down, then I'm going to use an Insta or a GoPro or something like that in case the daggone thing fall. So in a sense, let's bring this back together. Equipment is great, but you have to remember to dial in on what's your creative mindset. If you don't have that, all equipment means nothing.
That is
like
true.
it literally means nothing. Or if you just got that kind of pocket, then you just buying stuff. But then that's even boring because who's impressed with the rich kid that got all of the cars and you never see him dial in on driving one? Like, what does it profit anybody to have like 15,000 cameras and you're not showing me, you know, what do you create with it? Because that's never given me the how to. It's like saying I read 15,000 books and you're not telling me nothing.
Ooh.
Right?
Let that marinate right there. Somebody's better. You better like that right there. You better right there. Somebody better like that, or make a clip of that.
you know what I learned in this photography game. The photographers that are the most well known, you never really see their cameras. You'll see a camera here and there.
Yeah.
But they don't advertise the camera as much as they just show the pictures. Right?
Everyone will always show only what they're promoting or what they've got a brand deal with or a partnership deal with, but not necessarily what they're using to do the thing. That makes sense, yeah.
Right. And they're not chasing, hey, look, this is really going to kick some people in the behind.
Kick them.
The companies most of the time are tighter with the people that don't even advertise their stuff. In other words, it's almost like this level of, if I can get you, so look, I'm gonna drop a nugget right here. I ain't gonna name the company.
He about to drop
it's a company that I've been back and forth with in the inbox, right? And I had to kind of let them know, like, look, I ain't trying to be your product all the time. Let's talk turkey here. I'm gonna tell you what I like about your product, right? And I'm not your guy, but there's 20,000 other guys that can sit there and be like, "Ooh, look, I got the new so and so." You hit me up because you saw how I used your product and you were intrigued by it. And I gave you a tip and said, hey, what I believe you need to do with this is X, Y, and Z. I gave you that one for free. But here's what I learned. To get in with them better is not necessarily telling everybody to get it, but showing everybody why they need it without saying, go get it. When people start asking you what it is and you direct them to it, it actually has more value than saying, grab it. You get what I'm saying? Like, It's not in every type of product, but in most stuff. And you have to choose which one you want to play. Like, Gerald Undone, I got up on him. I love Gerald Undone because if I want to know the details,
if you want to go deep into the information, yeah.
I mean, he does the deep dive like you in a chemistry class or something. Like, I mean, this dude will take this lens and say, at the left corner over here, you have aberration and something over here, and you have distortion over that part, but in the center screen. And I'm like, okay, translation. If I'm always cropping and my main focus is here, then I can get that lens and I don't need that one. I can count on him for that.
Yes.
Right? But if you were to ask me, do I like his pictures? I couldn't tell you because I never really see his picture. Think of it on the flip side, Peter McKinnon, right? That dude puts up pictures. right? We know his bags, we know some of the stuff
True.
that, his lenses and stuff, but he puts pictures up and we like him because he takes dope pictures.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
You have to know the people that's going to say, hey, check this product out. And then you have to know the people that's like, yo, I want to know what product you have. Tell me, but I'm not expecting you to give me all the details because I don't need to know the details because you showed me the details of it. So it's really choosing what you want to do. Now, I had gotten out of the opening the box and, certain things because I'm like, it take up too much of my time. Right.
That's literally why this is still sitting right here. That's literally why I
got people like, yo, can you take this shot? Because your eye, you catch stuff that people don't catch. Mm-hmm. So you think, I don't have time to explain to you why an A7 R5 is better than a 4 as much as I just go and take the picture. And then if you ask me, I'm going to say, well, I like Sony and I like this lens. And both of these cameras work because I'm only capturing this. And the A7R only matters if I have to crop it in. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? If you ain't cropping and you take the accurate shot, it doesn't matter if you're using a 3, 4, or a 5.
Doesn't matter.
You know what I'm saying? But I see people arguing this stuff or trying to show people this, and it's like, yo, honestly, the people are looking at you like, show me how you're using it, not telling me how it works. Yeah. Show me how
I'm
it
more
works.
Interested in your eye and your creativity than the pixel peep, and then to worry about if you got 11 megapixels versus 61 versus 30, whatever the case may be. I'm less worried about did you use a 14 millimeter or 50 millimeter. I want the angle that you shot. I'm one of those story guys, people, right? Yeah. I want to hear the story. I want to hear the why you capture that, and then let me digest that and let me come up with my own experience from that. It's not about the individual, and that's what we tend to tell a lot of folks, and hopefully we keep beating it in people's heads. It's not about the equipment. It's not about the stuff. It's about what you create. It's about what you create with that stuff. Now, if you buying a whole bunch of gear because you just want to buy a whole bunch of gear, let me send you my Venmo, my Cash App, or my PayPal, my Stripe, and then you can just send some of that cash this way. Because I'll buy some coffee with Mr. Pelzer over here, and we'll do our thing. But everything in this room, and I know everything in your room as well, serves a purpose, right? Yeah. I've gotten rid of so much stuff in this particular room in and of itself. I love it. That it doesn't. That
part.
Right.
I got to follow you up on that because I have been lunching. I got a couple of pieces of gear in here that I'm like, what the heck do I still have this for? I don't even know why I got it
away, sold it. Some stuff, unfortunately, I not even e-wasted. I threw it away. But there's just a lot of stuff that I had literally probably 6 months ago that I don't have anymore because it was either not serving a purpose or I bought it for the wrong reason. I bought it for the reason because, again, I wanted to have the latest thing, and knowing that I didn't need it. But now I've got what I need. I know what I know, and I can talk about the stuff that I don't have. But in terms of what I use on a day-to-day basis, very minimalistic type of approach to my production. Now, the content and the value that comes from that production, that's a whole nother thing. Hopefully that's above the line. Hopefully that's above the noise. But man, the stuff that's in this room right here, clean. Today I'm a little disheveled, right? Because again, you boy unshaved. I'm wearing my Henley. You know we.
Oh no! Look, because you know what? Because you know what you're doing. Look, Mel.
Shouts out to Mr. Billy Thorpe in the building.
What's going on, Bill?
Hey, this man right here, y'all. Hey, Bill, put your. Oh, I don't know if you can put links in there. Billy's out here doing it. Every day I see him online talking about doing Amazon, talking about everything. Man, Billy, he out there making things happen. So we see you, brother. We see you.
So Mel said the output is the art. I like it, not hardware, right? Because you know what? It almost sounds contradictory, right? Because I'm into gear, you're into gear, we're into gear.
That's what we do, right?
Yeah, we're into gear, and I think that people are robbed sometime from understanding the creativity. Like the person who can't afford it, that has the passion, they end up being fired because they're really digging into what they have. It's the kid that only has that one piano in the living room and can't afford to buy 20,000 different keyboards with plugins and stuff, and all they got is that out of tune piano, and they're better than 90%
They learn them
of
scales
musicians.
and they figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the kid that only got a couple of trash can tops to play on that's a better drummer than the kid that's got the full big old rack drum set. I mean, does the bigger drum set kind of help? Yeah, it exposes you to more, but there is a great discipline with just a well-known photographer said this, and I took the tip. They were just like, they said something, it's not a new line I'm gonna say, but like, yo, the best way to learn how to be a better photographer is just to take pictures. And everybody's like, huh? And it's like, yeah, it's going to take a while to sink in, but just take pictures. So me, it was one of the moments where I was like, let it sink in. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of what I do. So I just started doing that more and more and more and more and more and more. And it's like you end up developing, that niche. And then what ends up happening is people start to ask what you're doing. So the room I was in today, what was interesting was I played the back and I had my wrapped camera sitting in the bag.
Which one you have? Come on.
The room. I had the white one. I had the white one, right? I had this baby out here, right? And I had him sitting in there. And when I went to the room, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna put a 50 mil on there, right? And I put that on there, and I'm sitting in the back, and I was like, hey, you guys mind if I take, some pictures? So I put the camera out. They were like, whoa. And the first thing he jumped on was the wrapping on the camera. And I said, it's basically the same camera that she got. And everybody looked at me like, oh, no, yeah. I was like, yeah, it's basically the same camera. But then when they went to the Instagram, it was like it told them more than just the equipment itself, right? Because at that point, they knew it wasn't just the equipment. It's like, yo, your character is in front of the equipment, and the equipment looks like it matches up with your character. And one of the issues that people would normally have is they would try to create their character off of what they buy. And the thing is, you don't want to try to create your character over what you got, because there's 20 million people that got the same thing. So what's your character?
That's true.
And then, the thing that gets people is when you tell them what you're using after you've shown them the character. When you show them the character, you show them the content, because that's personal what you do. And I think what'll help, when people listen to you, they listen to me, or they listen to others, it's almost like you take the information, but you still have to find you. That's why I like influencers that don't force a product on you, but they give you the how-to, right?
But what's that word though? Because you heard me. I cringe every time I hear that word right there.
What, the content creator or something?
No, I can't stand the word influencer.
Influencer. Oh yeah, influencer.
Advocate is the word that I like, man.
Yeah, you know what the problem with influencer is? It's like that's the intent. Right? That's the intent. It's like to influence you to buy, to spark you to buy, or to your word, you're advocating for a company, right? That still, it goes into the negative part. It's almost like it's like bad influence.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I think that's the difference.
I get where you're coming from,
but you see, I think that's the difference right there between us. Just your definition right there. I'm not influencing you to buy something. So someone like Billy Thorpe, he is. Right, he's an influencer.
Right.
He's out there. He's getting all the products from everyone, and he's putting it up on his Instagram, on his Amazon shop. And for each person, everyone's in their lane, right? And makes sense for you. Makes sense for you. I am not here to influence you to buy this Sony ZV-1. I am here to tell you I use this. I use an FX30. I use a ZV-1F. I use these three cameras, and which one of these makes or meets your recommendation or meets your needs. So I'm here to advocate for whatever particular need that you have. I'm not here necessarily to sell you this one because I think this is the best one that you need. You may need that one, or you may need this one over here. So it's semantics, right? But I think it frees me from having to say I can only talk about this particular product, or I'm out here only going for the commission from a particular company. I would much rather, like tomorrow, next week, I'm talking to the CEO and founder from a company called Simplified.com. Very similar to Canva, right? They're a Canva alternative. 90% of the audience that watches my channel uses Canva. I stopped using Canva for that particular reason. I stopped using Canva because I wanted to learn another platform that also does social content creation, that does auto scheduling on social platforms, that helps me create thumbnails, that does all those things. So I always had to have 3. So Easel, Canva, and Simplified are the 3 that I focus on. So I want to be able to advocate for what meets your need, as opposed to saying, "Oh, you can only use this. You can only use Canva." Right?
Okay. So here's your help.
I'm picking at nuance and things like that, and being nitpicky. But again, I think that's what separates someone like you and me from the other 90% out there.
And no, you're dead on it. So Mel kind of hit where I was going to go, because I get like what you said. You said the word semantic, but like Mel says, you might think of it as advocating, but advocacy influences, right? That was the thing. So when you take the word influenza, right? It's the word from which we get flu, right? And then flu is something that people catch. So whether you talk about the microphone or whether you just speak into the microphone, people can still catch the influence of using what you have.
Come on now, boy.
Right? So you don't say, "Oh, give me the flu," and people don't say, "Hey, I got the flu. Here, catch it," or "Everybody come in this room and catch this thing I got." It whether you actually want it or not, and whether you think of it or not, you're actually getting it. So if you're in the room and you see me and the girl that was in the room today shooting pictures, and if you go to our Instagram, you see mine and you see hers, and no offense to her, but if you think mine are better, you're going to be influenced on the Sony camera. Now, when you talk to me, I'm going to tie in Keith and James together. I'm going to advocate for Sony because that's what I use.
Come on, brother.
Right? I'm an advocate for why I like the autofocusing, but I'm not going to hate on Canon. Now, regardless of what you advocate for, influenza can still get you. It can still catch you, right, in some way, shape, or form. You watch us, and you like, dang, these guys got SM7Bs. But if you watch 2 other people and they got different mics, you may catch the flu virus of I like the way Tom Buck looked, and Tom can have one of 18,000 mics that he has in his room, depending on how he feels that day. Or you may see Tom without a mic in front of him because he's got the boom mic, and somebody's saying, "I don't like a mic in my shot." It's influenza is happening. Now, the next phase of that is the advocacy on I stand by doing it this way or that way, or I stand by I'd rather use this than to use that, and that defines you, because you and I have a respect for those who advocate. Right? Because in a sense, and no disrespect to influencers, influence will be, "Hey, James want me to sell these t-shirts." So I'm be like, "Yo, you need a Focus t-shirt on." I'm kind of influencing you to get the shirt. Like, I'm throwing something deliberately at you. I'm literally like coughing on you. You need this shirt.
Come on.
Now, if I'm minding my business and I'm at CES with James and I'm chilling with a Focus shirt on, I ain't talked to you, I don't know you, but you saw me cross the room. You like, "Dang, dope, dude look dope with the white glasses and the black shirt with the Focus on there and the way that you is," and you look it up and you get it. That's still influence, right? It's right. The advocacy is when you talk to me, but the influence is like, "Yo, I saw it, I'm affected by it, and I want to do it." So your word advocacy that I like about it, I think the layman's terms of understanding it is intentional and unintentional. So if you just see somebody live and they never talk about what the product is, people say that's the way I got to do it. So I'm with you. Don't get me wrong. I'm with you 100% because I couldn't get into the influencer thing because I'm like, I don't flow like that.
Yeah.
I get it, dude. Now you will make me start saying advocate.
Come on, hey, Mel and Billy, y'all want to come online and talk? I mean, and she sees it. She knows the wheels are spinning here. And I don't think I've ever looked at the word as a bad word. I think it's just overused, and too many people label themselves as an influencer when they really aren't. They just hawking, right? They just hawking product. They're not influencing. They're not having the conversation. Now, again, someone who I'll put outside of that, someone like Billy, who's in the comments right now, he's out there. He gets the gear. He gives his thumbs up or his thumbs down. He does the recommendation piece. I think he actually probably even uses most of the stuff that he gets. I know he gets a whole bunch of free stuff, but I think that he uses his stuff. But he's a trusted advisor to me. When I'm logging on and I'm shopping on Amazon and I see one of his videos underneath the product, I will more than likely buy it. If Billy has a video that says, I like this, I've used this, here are the pros, here are the cons, things of that nature.
But that's your word. Listen, you actually just prove the significance of how you phrase it and why. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna shout James Hicks out the next time I go out to preach, because I am a preacher, and this is going to hit me. Now I'm gonna throw this in the sermon. It's going to shout the room. The advocacy and influence, right? There's a part in Acts where you have those of you who are not Christians. Okay, I'm just going to give you something in the Bible that I know. In the book of Acts, around that 27, 28th chapter, somewhere around there, there's a Agrippa, and Agrippa is dealing with Paul, and after Paul gives his whole connection with knowing Jesus, and he gives him his salvation story, Agrippa says, you almost persuaded me. Now here's the word. You take advocate, influence, and persuaded me. We are to persuade others. It's like we persuade men daily is something we say in Christian faith, right? And so the problem with influencers actually persuade you sometimes on what they themselves don't even care too much about. Now, when you take when you take what James just threw out there about one of our friend influencers, is the fact of, after the influence, there's the advocacy for to buy or not to buy. The thing that you say to buy is going to be, I'm advocating for it. So like, I'm on that side. And so what's helping me out that I'm gonna throw in the preach is, when you're trying to get people to where you are spiritually, you're basically an advocate for, right? And not just simply influence. Because influence will say, I don't have to be attached to what I'm influencing you on. But when I'm an advocate, is basically like saying, I use it, I stand behind it, I agree, and I'm not going to throw something out there to you that I don't like. And so, ladies and gentlemen, James Hicks is going to take the mic back, and that's the reason why his word advocate is strong, because of the fact you can trust him. He's not going to influence you to get a Canon and start using Sony. Diana Glad. He's like,
I'm not gonna do that to you. I'm not gonna do that to you.
I love Diana. I gotta get her.
I'm not gonna do that to you.
Oh, gee, you know I like doing that to Diana. Shout out to Diana Gladdy, ladies and gentlemen.
Shout out to Diana Gladdy, boy. Come on now. She
How old is that Canon video? We still letting her have it. That thing about 20 years old. Jeez.
4 million views on it too, though. That's all.
Right.
She collecting them checks every month. Shouts out to that.
Is she influencing people to get that Canon? I mean,
it was
while
so
she
good.
advocates
so
Sony.
Good, Diana left her job. She said, "I'm gonna go out here and make these videos." I ain't mad at her. I ain't mad at her though. She out there killing the game now. Okay.
Crushing it.
Let me see something. There was a comment I wanted to go back on, because that we were. There's always we always find the lesson. No, what we're gonna do? No run a show. We just say, you know what? Conscious conversations. We go on live. We find it. We find the lesson in the day. Let me see. So Victor was talking about he's gonna buy a rack to stack all his stuff that he doesn't use and place it beside him, make his room like a warehouse. Victor got. You ever seen Victor go live?
Victor?
Yeah, he's part of a Ecamm. Look, Victor would take a Mevo cam, those NDI cameras. He'll mount them in his car, and he'll go drive around the block live streaming. This
I
man,
like it.
he's a bad man. No one else is doing what he's doing, so he is the truth. He is the
Ooh, I
truth
like
for
it.
sure. Yeah, he's a bad man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. All right.
Oh, you don't skip over. You see them comments. I love it.
I'm skipping over, and she is laughing at you. Oh yeah, I'm skipping over comments. That's why you need to be over here on YouTube, and y'all can look at the comments and respond to them yourself. I can't keep up. I can't multitask.
Billy got you. Billy said he got 3 ZVE10s because of you all.
No, that's y'all. Did I? No, that's actually me. I think I actually sold Billy one of my ZVE10s. He may have one of my own.
I'm mad I didn't get that A74 off of you.
Who got that? Somebody.
Yeah, you got rid of it because you put it up.
You know what I did? I sold that back to MPB. They're just like KEH. I sold that back to MPB because I think, I just wanted to get rid of it because, again, it was, I didn't need it. Didn't want it. So, I just gave it back to MPB.
Yo, that's one of the dopest hybrid cameras ever, man.
It is, yeah.
For not ever, but it's a real good one. It's a real good one. I actually like it, man. I actually like it. Hey, you know what else I noticed too, man? No, here's the thing. Problem with how we look at influencers, right? They're misleading sometimes.
Yeah.
Because with the A7 R5, I was told, oh, the files are too big, this, that, and the third. But I'm like, the price of hard drives done dropped so far.
You can get a hard drive for nothing.
I mean, and the files are big, but I'm just like, it really ain't that deep. Like, if that's the only deterrent, it's not that deep. And then the other myth is, fighting over pixels. I think it's like one of the worst things that people do, man. And the people that are winning, they're not really concerned about all of that.
Yeah.
They're just not.
And it's really not that serious because I hate to tell some folks, you really aren't that good. You
wow.
Right. You're really not that good to be worrying about 30 pixel versus 60 pixel. You know what? When you making 6 figures taking these photos or taking these videos, then you start worried about it to that extent. When you still side hustling, or when you still hobbyists, or when you still creating content for a 9x16. Yeah, you stay in your lane, partner. I'm sorry. Okay.
Hey, something we can talk about later on too is like content is going so fast. One of my pitch to people now is, all right, James. Ladies and gentlemen, it happens on Conscious Conversation. James Hicks really encourages me to drop a good one. So y'all, if y'all didn't like and subscribe to his page, to my page, whatever. Support this fellow, get a merch shirt, whatever. But I'm gonna drop this on this channel. Something I learned is that I was telling people, they were like, yo, how are you getting hired for some of these events and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, here's what I learned in competition. People have great phones. They got the Osmos. They got, like, it's easy to capture stuff. You have to find what makes you different, right?
Yeah.
And then be confident in it. The one thing I learned in this photography game is you got to turn over fast and good.
Yes.
Right. So you have to find what's unique and better in you. And you don't have a week to say, I'm better than that person with the camera.
Boy, say that.
You don't have a week to say my camera is better than his or hers. Like, you don't have time. Another thing, you don't have time to get the new camera, set it up, do a review, unboxing and all, and then go live with it. You late. You late. The thing now is content happens so fast. If you are into quality, you have to turn it over. You have to figure out what's better in it, and then you gotta know how to work that fast. So
Yes.
like that's why
Right.
you have Lightroom presets. This is why you have LUTs. You have all these different things. But the thing is, you gotta throw them on fast and flip them. So like the
You have to.
culling and everything. I come home shooting an event. I got 400 pictures maybe, right? Or less if I know exactly what I'm doing. But you take those, you got to be able to get home and get it to the client in less than 24 hours
Yes.
because they're putting up their whack pictures out of their phone. And if you putting up the same thing and you got the same shot, it's not impressive anymore. Everybody done gave it the likes, they done gave it the love, and now it's boring. You can't do a Christmas shoot and say, I'll get the pictures to you 3 days later. It's New Year's. You too late. You can't do the New Year's party the week after unless it's like
you got to get it done. So
yeah.
Speaking of that, and again, not worrying about top-notch quality and megapixels and all that. Here's a shot that I took. I was walking from one location to the other in Vegas. This is a picture of the Sphere in Vegas. I took this picture as I was walking with these glasses.
I was there when they were building that, dude.
Is that right?
And I didn't know what the heck it was. I was at the no, go ahead, finish your story. I'll tell you what hotel
so
I was at.
Literally 2 hours after taking this picture, I put it through a couple of filters. Why is Lil Wayne playing? I must have hit something. I got Wayne playing.
I didn't hear it.
No, I hit the button and Wayne started playing. But I took this picture 2 hours later. I put it through a couple of color corrections, things like that, posted it, and was immediately up. Some folks in Las Vegas actually picked this up and shared it across some of their social platforms. But again, one word about was all the lighting right, was all I'm worried about the framing and all that. But again, I made sure it was a good shot. I took it with these glasses. Didn't have a big DSLR. Didn't have a big mirrorless. Didn't have a whole bunch of light boxes or soft boxes with me. I'm walking. Click. 2 hours later, up. It's picked up by a Las Vegas, one of their social accounts, and went off and did its own thing. But again, that's it right there. Getting out of our own way, being creative, seeing a scene, seeing an event. I mean, this is a dope place to be. I didn't know you had to pay to go in it though. So
I didn't know that. Dude, I just saw it when they were building. I was like, what in the big golf ball is outside the window? I was staying at the Palazzo.
Like that. Well, you got
so
that.
So the picture that you took, that you posted, we would come out of that garage there and make a right and go to the chicken and waffle spot down the street there. And so we would drive past that and look at it off of the monorail. And I didn't know what it was until after we had left Vegas. And then when I seen it, I was like, oh, I know what that is. So seeing your picture, that's literally right in your picture. You could see the garage that we were going in and out of. So that's a dope spot.
So I'm surprised that's legal. You know your way around. Okay, yeah, you definitely gonna be part of the squad next year.
Well, I almost moved out there. My uncle's house, God rest his soul. My uncle, my mom's baby brother, he passed away out there in the heat with a heat stroke. And he was right at the edge of the mountain, going, like if you're going to the dam, you literally pass his house and leave out of Vegas and go into the mountains and go to the dam. So we had to go see if we were going to move out there, but it was like, me and Tim was like, it's too hot out here.
It's too hot in the wintertime, 120 degrees. It's the desert, right? I mean, folks who don't know, but it's hot. But man, all right.
Oh, Mel gonna be out there in 2 weeks. I can't wait to get out to Vegas.
No, she don't talk to me anymore. Wisconsin folks, she don't talk to me. Let's see. I'll be out there in 2 weeks. Can't wait to be out, but not. All right. Well,
not from inside. So wait.
She don't let nobody know she coming over to the West Coast. It's all right. It's all right, Muncie. It's all right.
To quality and quantity. Okay. Processes. Okay. I got what Billy's saying. I got it. Yeah, quality and quantity. I like it.
Yeah, but see, Billy out there hustling though, right? See, he's been out there making all those brand videos. He put out I saw his first video before. Where were you, Billy? Where were you living before you moved to the States? Before you moved to North Carolina, he was like living somewhere, Philippines or something, right? And he was just making it happen, just coming in to the Ecamm fam, getting cameras, getting a little bit of gear, making videos, on a
But
whole
Billy's
bunch
the
of
person that
platforms.
knew his why. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah. See, he was doing stuff across a whole bunch of platforms, and he was telling me about some whole bunch, but he didn't. Then he figured out. He said, "You know what? This is what I'm good at." And when he figured out what he was good at, and when he figured out what he had the passion for, that's when I think he really starting to blow up. I don't want to speak for you, man. Definitely put it in the comments. But right, he was throwing stuff at the wall. Some of it was sticking. But when he found what it was that he liked and what he did and what he can make some cash from, you see he making some cash. He was fulfilled financially. He was fulfilled physically, spiritually, emotionally, all that stuff, man. Billy out here killing it, man. He out here doing Puerto Rico. Oh, Puerto Rico.
Boom, ding, ding, ding. Puerto Rico. Boom, ding, ding.
Yeah.
See, I know that song. I know this.
Oh,
wait,
I know.
Billy's
See,
an
Mel, I'm sorry.
SM7B,
I said,
right?
I don't know where I got Wisconsin from. I told I'm all off tonight. God, no, I'm Indiana. That's right. Shout out to Muncie Liquors. I know.
Wait.
That's an inside story. That's an inside story between me and her.
Hold up.
The liquor
Billy
show.
plays guitar?
Probably. Billy bad man, dude. You better Google him. Don't Google me because first 2 pages show James Hicks as a murderer. I'm on page 3. Yeah, don't Google me. Google him. Entrepreneur first, content creator second. My goodness, I'm gonna put that.
That's
put
good.
that on a T-shirt. That's a good Lord. That's a new T-shirt. Speaking of T-shirts, another plug. I'm interviewing. So I already did one, but tomorrow I'm interviewing the other 2 co-founders to Fourth Wall.
Oh, okay.
The platform that I have all my merchant store on. So yeah, gonna have them on talking about why they left Teespring and why they decided to start Fourth Wall and why they are the platform for creators to make their own merch, monetize their merch. God, y'all better tune in, subscribe.
Wait a minute. How does an SM7B die? Billy said his first SM7B died. How does an SM7B die? Like, bro, how do you kill it?
No, you know what? Hold on, Billy. You got the hold on. No, Billy. Yeah, hit the link, Billy. We need to know this story right here because
how does an SM7B die? How can it die?
I are both brand partners with Shure, and there's just no way that you can tell us. So hit that link, man. You need to come on screen. I don't know. Put you.
He said,
no, bro. No. You can't type that out. We need to hear it from the horse's mouth. Not calling you a horse, but we do need to hear about it. Come on, hit the link.
He said it died. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one right there. I'm like, I gotta make sure. I need to get this checked out. You know,
go for some Kool-Aid on it or something. You know what? That would be what I spilled some red Kool-Aid on it or something. Or I said, did you unplug the thing? What?
Double check, make sure it ain't got no signs.
Put the XLR cable in backwards. No, brother, you need to. Yeah, you did. Did you force trying to put the windscreen on? I almost. No, well, I don't know. Okay, he not coming online. Okay, all right, Bill.
That's good. He said it died. Yeah. Hey, man, those Sony lenses. So does this fall into?
What do they call it? They call it the sniper kit, right?
Them snipers, man. When I say they look good,
mm-hmm.
They're like, if someone was like, oh, everybody's got Sigma, I need something different, I would definitely say get the Suri. How you pronounce it? Suri or Suri?
I think it's Suri.
Suri. I don't know. Yeah. The sniper lenses, people, probably the next sale they have, you get them for $299 each lens. You don't need the 56. Right. Yeah, you don't need the 56, especially if you put them on full frame. That's going to be an 85. But the 23 and the 33, when I say you can't lose with those, so the next video shoot I'm doing, I'm using all 3 of those lenses, and I'm gonna do a 3 camera setup, and I'm deliberately using those because the cinematic look on those are so fire, man. I even use them for photos. So when I put them on full frame, you get 35, 50, and 85 out of that because they're APS-C lenses. And when I tell you, like, the look on those things is like butter. So I've used them in the room, and only thing is my two cameras to the side, they're Sigma 30 millimeters.
Yeah.
But if somebody really needed those and I could sell those, I would definitely put the Suris on there. They look so good. And when I say that the autofocus is fire, like, for a lens that cheap, I promise you the autofocus be like, I mean, sniper on. I don't know how they did it. Veltrux is great. It's another company, Chinese company, that's like the same kind of brand. They're good. But these are the other Sigma. I'm not going to say the better. I'm going to just say the other Sigma 30, 56, and 16. This is the other set. This is the other kit that if you're just starting out and you got you a ZVE 10 on sale, don't forget what Keith Pelzer said. This is the Keith Pelzer, Diana Gladney version of the Canon. Do not get an A5100 at this point. I can now give you my reason why. You don't need an A5100. Don't go backwards that far. Get a 61 and up, right? ZVE 10, definitely. I would start with a ZVE 10. Anybody that wants to know, I would grab those if you're trying to save money, or something we don't talk about a lot, James. Somebody that's into upgrading. If I knew that you were going to get rid of all your cameras, I'm like, whatever James got, get it from him if you just starting out, because you're going to be better than just starting out. With me, if I decided to put all ZVE 10s in the room because I knew why, you can trust getting my 6100s from me because, you know, I got good equipment. But if anybody's just starting out, those Suris, those are the bomb. I tried it. I got one sitting on my jib over here right now. I use it every podcast session in here for my clients. And when I say it actually matches the Sigmas very good for live streaming, but it's a 1.2.
Which is nice.
1.2.
Which is nice. So that's nice. That's nice and bright, nice and fast. So my question is similar to Billy though about the autofocus, right? I mean, is it you cool with the autofocus on it?
The autofocus is fire. It's superb for photography and videography. Okay. But I'm only speaking for Sony. Here's the problem. Canon is so bougie that everybody's pissed because they don't even make them for Canon. But the Fuji version, I've heard a lot of complaints with their autofocus language.
Gotcha.
So to me, Fuji is kind of like Android and iPhone. You know how iPhone kind of got it blocked where everything kind of just works, but with Android it's kind of like some kind of like glitchy up something, third software party, something with a third software. It's kind of like that with Fuji. Fuji is not solid yet. It's still wonky. But if you're a Sony user, you good. You good. Trust me. You good with them lenses.
Ooh.
They are fire.
I do remember when these were on Kickstarter for $299. Now they're $1,000.
Yep, I got it on Kickstarter. I got a silver one in the 56, and I got two white ones.
Wow. Oh my goodness. $330 for just one. Wow.
So I don't have it on the, what do you call it? I don't have my eCam on, but here it is right here. Yeah, I don't have my eCam on, but that's the Suri. And it's when I say, oh, that got himself. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Sorry people, I don't have my eCam lit, so I can't switch the cameras around. But it's when I say this lens is fire. And this one right here is that's the 23. And so matter of fact, here, I'll do this. We shouldn't do this while the camera's on, but I'll just throw him on there and boom. And when I say like it's literally, it's got the dot on my eye. It's just like moving around. It's chasing the eye right now. And it's the lens is sharp and it's fast, man. I actually like it. So what you think? I can't put my.
I am not liking the fact that they now $1,000.
Yeah, they went up, man. I've
seen some deals and some sales before, like, they come in with the original price, but oh my goodness, to go from $299 to $1,000. That, if you missed out on this one and you needed some lenses, yeah. Then Billy's saying, "Hey, you're making me nervous just taking the lens off." Why?
Yeah, while the camera's on, right? So I got to go back because this is that's a 23 on there. So sorry, people. I know we shouldn't do that, but I'm not outside in the desert.
Yeah, hold your breath.
I'm not outside in the desert, and trust me, I wouldn't be doing this on my A7s. I cut them cameras off, bro.
You wouldn't be doing that, in the clothes. Even the white ones, they're all $1,000. Oh, they got the silver ones.
So I'm gonna tell you the other reason why I like them for me is because I can put them on this on the jib, and the jib you have to do it like a gimbal with the weight on there, so you can change all 3 lenses and the gimbal reads them all the same because they're the same weight. Ain't that dope?
Really? I had to think about that when you said that.
So if you're talking advocate / influencer, right?
Yeah.
The more trustworthy person is going to be honest, and you're going to be on a platform. Somebody will say, "Oh no, Sigma's better." It's like, okay, better is relative, because if you use a gimbal or a jib, if you go with the Sigma trio, you got a problem because the 16 weighs more than the 30, which weighs more or less than the 56. So now you got to keep, readjusting the balance. Now, when you look at the quality of the lenses compared, I still think the Sigma's better because I just think the Sigma's better. But I'm going to get a nice, clean look. If you, don't go to it now, but if you go on my Instagram, you won't be able to pick out a couple of the pictures on there. If you scroll and look at a couple of my pictures on there, you'll be like, "Oh man, keep kicking it. You got that Sigma lens." It's like, oops, 3 of those pictures you just passed, they are APS-C lenses on a full frame camera, and they're the Surrey lenses. Man, that's what's crazy. That I use those suckers. Matter of fact, the picture on my Instagram with the star in the middle of the street, where my Dallas fans they were teasing me "Oh, you advocate for Dallas, see you a true Dallas fan, you ain't no Eagles fan." They were busting on me. That picture is actually one of these lenses.
Wow.
And most of my buddies thought I had a G Master on there, and I'm like, nah, that was the sniper. They were like, "You gotta be kidding me."
That's that.
And they were like, "Man, They were like, "What?" I said, "No, that's the sniper lens."
That's that $200 sniper, which is now $949 on was a B&H, but if you buy it from Series website themselves, y'all saw it. It was $1,300. So the boat
13.
Yeah, it was $1,300. Hold up, wait a minute. Let me show you. Let me make sure. Did you get a little fancy case for yours?
No, because I got them separate. I got 2. So I got $299, $299, $299.
Okay.
Because
but yeah,
I bought
it's $1,200 for the all 3.
Now here's my arguing point. I don't feel like they're worth $1,200 for the 3.
That's the black.
That's sad. I'm gonna be honest. At that point, get something on sale. Hint, because James and I, we do this. This Zeiss 55, fire. The room I was in today, they were like, "What's that on there?" And I was like, "Yo, I got it from Unique Photo around the corner," and they sold it to me for $300 some bucks. Brand new. They still sell it brand new. I think it's still almost $699, brand new, or $649. I got it used. The girl talked me out of the G Master Sony, right? 1.4. And she said, "Put this on the camera and just try it." She was like, $350, try it. If you don't like it, bring it back. I took that lens out and I put it on that camera, and I was like, "You sold me on it."
Next thing you
and
know.
I literally, and it's a 1.8. I've been using that, man. Uh, look, he's keep my man. Just save me $1,200. Look at
Billy was about to, Billy about to ask for his affiliate code. Billy was about to go buy it too. He got it like that. He got that North Carolina money. He got that North
These
Carolina.
are fun. Listen, I would tell anybody, if you catch those lenses on sale again, I would get. I'm telling you, if you were going after Sigma and you don't want to do that Sigma 16,
Mm-hmm.
I like these lenses because they're sharp on a Sony. I'm not saying it for the Fuji or the other one.
Yeah, make that disclaimer.
Yeah, because the people in our comment section in the group, the sniper group in Facebook, all the Fuji people are like cussing. They're mad. The Sony people, we putting up pictures like, yo, I don't have no problem with it. It's like, we like, they're fire. And yeah. The gimbal, yeah, Billy, for the reason why, you know what, James, I really do need to get back into doing equipment reviews with the Y, because I'm just going to tell the truth, man. I'm not going to BS people, because again, to your point, advocate, I will advocate for Sigma. I love Sigma. But my way of putting it is, by all means, if you can afford it, just get a G Master, right?
That's true.
Now, if you like, oh, I need the new 35 millimeter, and you go into the store and a G Master 35 millimeter 1.4, they telling you something like $12.99. You like, yeah. It's like, okay, if you really need the lens, you need a 35. You can get the Sigma, but better is relative, because you can still get a dope picture out of it. You want to go cheaper than that? Then get the Zeiss 35. That's the same match as this one right here, and nobody's going to see any difference with your picture out of the G Master.
Nobody.
They not going to be able to tell.
Nobody's going to look at you side eye because you're using Zeiss first. Yeah, right. Nobody's going to look at you crazy. They'll be like, okay, I see.
Nope. Nope.
Yep. You need to go back, see, because that's what we do, right? We hit them with the unexpected truth, right? It's above the noise. That's again what I think that the world needs now more of. Just more folks coming and hitting people above the noise.
Yeah. Well, you know what else got people when I got frustrated and started rapping these, man?
Yeah.
Because I was mad with Colorware, because I inboxed Colorware. No, I sent them an email and said, listen, I bought 2 of your MV7s custom. No, matter of fact, and I treated 2 people to them. So I bought a total of 4 custom MV7s.
Okay.
And the thing I looked at is like, the mic looks dope, but if you live streaming, nobody's in your room really appreciating the quality of the custom mic. So I had gotten frustrated, and I said, I want an SM7B, but I wanted color.
Right.
And there was only a company over in Australia that was doing them, and they wanted like a ton of money just to color the daggone mic and take it apart and all. And then they didn't guarantee the warranty. So I was like, oh, hell no.
Yeah, not gonna do that.
I went to Michael's, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna figure this out. And I wrapped them suckers. And then later on, I found out, I was like, yo, you know what's dope about wrapping them? It's the reason why this skin company is winning with my cameras, because the reason why you want to wrap this, so I'm gonna hook up AlphaGuard. So AlphaGuard, y'all better look out for my boy James Hicks. AlphaGuard, what I like about them is, number one, you're customizing the camera, but number two, you're protecting the camera. So the resale value is higher because you can scratch this, right? You can literally do a key scratch on it and it's not going to damage the camera. So not only do you get a sexy camera, but you also are protecting the camera. So think of wrapping the whole camera like putting a screen guard on here. They tell you put one on there just in case. You're doing the same thing with the whole entire camera. And so then when you want to sell the camera, you just put a little heat gun to it and there's no residue on there. And you take it off and the camera literally is like a brand new surface. So me personally, that's what I think that so-called influencers should be doing. that they don't really do. They just say, "Oh, do what I do or get what I got," and I'm like, nah, go deeper than that. Give me a better why. And my why for it is the consequence of it is, "Ooh, dude got a dope looking camera," but my why is not for the camera to look dope. It's actually protecting the camera, and in protecting the camera, it looks dope.
Yeah, that Stormtrooper does look pretty dope though. That's Stormtrooper tuxedo.
Yeah, I call it, and oh, I got the Jordan version too. The Jordan bread. Yeah, I got the bread strap now.
Man.
So so now I need the sneakers. I don't have the sneakers though.
Hold on.
It's
this
a black.
Is that this one right here?
So I have a strap that matches that. But it also goes with the Jordan bread.
This isn't the Jordan one? Okay.
Yeah, that just happens to be black and red wrap. I took the cage off. Anybody need a blue cage for A7? The cage is going.
Make you a good deal.
And that cage is hard to get. They don't even sell that cage anymore.
Probably not small rig. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you can find it, but it's so even cages. The cages is another thing that's like, do you need a cage? We ain't got time for it. Leave it alone.
We'll say that for next week.
Sammy needs a cage. You know what I'm saying? Sammy needs a cage.
Yeah.
Everybody don't need a cage.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Just set up the Meta glasses, and you can voice command and take pictures and video. I'm keeping them on. Yeah. See. So now you get it, Victor. Right? You know, while I'm getting all these messages in my head, and I mess around and push a button accidentally and have Lil Wayne pan. So yeah, you get it, man. Have fun with those glasses.
You did that from the glasses?
Yeah, everything. Come on, man. I'm out here doing these things, but I'm out here.
I'm gonna avoid getting sucked into it, but I'm almost there. I like them. You're doing something with the glasses, man.
You know, let me take a quick photo right now.
If they have white ones, then it's gonna be a problem.
Oh, is that right? Hold up, wait a minute. I'm always down to spend somebody else's money. Always down to spend.
They got white ones?
Hold on. Hey,
wait a minute.
KP, you in trouble. You see it. Don't let me put it on the screen.
I did respond. I put it on the calendar. What is she talking about?
Hey, I got, as soon as I got messages from Equip Institute and that team, I got a couple of them. I responded immediately and sent all of my deliverables into the team on time. You delinquent, sir. You are don't be delinquent. You know. While you check for your email, let's see what they got.
Because I confirmed. I said I'll be there. It's because I got it on the calendar. I got it on the calendar. Yup, Florence Donald, 6:15 p.m. on February 23rd. I got it.
Email sitting in your outbox. All right.
No, I got it. No, I got it sitting right there. I put it in the calendar and everything.
We got. So let me see. We got shiny black. We got. What is this? Matte black. That's what I'm rocking. I got the matte blacks. You
got the matte black. They don't have white. That's good. So then I won't.
And the whites. They got those right there. You can get you the caramel.
So how long does the charge hold?
A few hours, depending on if you're not actually. So that session with Robert Downey Jr. was 45 minutes, and I streamed the whole thing without any problems. More messages coming in through my head. I would say about 2 hours, right? Of constant use of actual either streaming music, live streaming, or whatever the case may be. But again, you can take regular pictures, you can take regular videos.
So it's got speakers like right next to your ear or something?
Yeah, right inside here at the right there. So yeah. So yeah, man,
Yeah, that's
listen,
dope.
and like since it's tied into your phone again, I'm getting my messages there. I can stream my Spotify, my Apple Music. As soon as I take a picture or video, it gets saved automatically, so that there's no downtime as well in the workflow. So it. I had the first versions of these, and you couldn't live stream, and they were a lot heavier. These are pretty light. These are nice, and I like the Wayfarer design, right? This old school Ray-Ban Wayfarer. Let's get you some, man. Let's get you some of these right here. Boom, there they go. That's the ones I got. The matte
See, I
black
like them.
with the clear green. Yeah, that's the ones I got. God, get them.
And so okay, so before we go, how do you feel about there's technology, right?
Yeah.
And I'm watching everybody getting amped up, and I'm like, yeah, I remember how we were amped up for metaverse, right? I remember how we were amped up for a couple other different things. Like those glasses make sense to me, but the next thing will be for live streamers, right? Here's the thing I'm laughing at. Will I get the Apple goggles?
No.
Right? Eventually, maybe, but I'm like,
why?
For what I do,
yeah,
I just don't see myself with ski goggles on my face. Now, look, here's the problem. I said that about an Apple Watch. I was like, why would I wasn't like against the Apple Watch. I was just like, I don't know, because I had my Movado, had a Brightman, all this that, and now them watches collecting dust.
Literally every day. By the time I wake up, you've already closed all your rings. I
can't live without my watch. Right? I was like, that's something that is going to futurize. I think the glasses and the evolution and movement of the glasses is something that forward is going to be an end thing. It's going to build and grow.
Yeah. So
now
a lot of companies, so just case in point, a lot of companies in Vegas at CES were mimicking this type of functionality and this type of design. They had the old Google glasses that were corny and didn't look right and were obtrusive, but they were going with regular glasses, regular sunglasses that fit nicely, that actually were AI enabled and allowed you to respond to prompts and tasks. This is coming up. This is going to be the new norm within the next 3, 6, 9 months. It is something like this.
And I don't doubt that. Like, Apple's always smart with what they do. And this just me. I'm just no offense to people, but I'm just kind of laughing at the the new Apple glasses is coming out. And I'm looking like, these aren't people that are really going to show you why you need it, other than saying, oh, look, I got it.
Right.
It's the rich kid that's got the new Lamborghini that's just like, and you're not a Formula One racer, so big deal. Happy for you. You got it. Nice. But like, how does that affect me or the rest of the neighborhood or the people I actually sit down with? It doesn't. You understand what I'm saying? That I think them Jones going to be hot. I like them. Even if I have to check to just grab them, am I actually going to grab it? But that's one of those things that smartly, I almost will wait on that. Just like, I'm not going to grab an A9 even if I could afford it.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, it doesn't serve my why. Like, that's one of those things that it seems like they're throwing out there, and maybe it's going that way, but it ain't there yet.
Yeah. So what this is, and this is Apple. So y'all remember, I worked at Apple for 10 years. A lot of folks in the Ecamm family know that Doc also worked at Apple for a number of years, right? So we know how that machine works. These Apple Vision Pros coming out $3,500, $3,600, whatever the case may be. There is another version that's going to come out though. This is just like the Studio, right? A Mac Studio versus a Mac Mini.
Got it.
They're going to release this high-end enterprise professional piece of equipment. Everyone's going to see it. Everyone's going to try to jump on it. They're going to jump on the pre-order. They think they got to have it. They're going to spend $3,600 to get the Apple Vision Pros. I don't know what the time frame is. 6 months, 9 months down the road, they're going to come out with probably just Apple Vision or Apple Vision Plus. I don't know the name because, again, no one knows except for Tim Cook and the people around him. There's another edition that's less sophisticated that's going to come out, probably be around $1,500. That's going to be the consumer one. Again, this is very similar to Mac Pro or Mac Studio. It's for folks who need that type of compute power. Everyone wants an M3 right now, MacBook Pro. You don't need an M3 MacBook Pro. Just saying, to stream to do eCam. Wait until the next one comes out, which is probably half of the price, and you can still have the same functionality. I told you before, I always like to have at least 3 recommendations to stuff from Oculus and Meta. Those are still very fine and usable VR headsets for what you're looking to do with them. I just gave my Oculus to my daughter today, right? So I mean, my Meta Oculus is the last year's version because I don't use it. But
so how do you as a streamer talk about an Oculus, right? So if you're on YouTube, your Instagram, other than telling me to put them on, right? How do you engage me with them, with you, other than saying you have it? Like my camera, I can talk about the camera and show you the pictures from my camera, right? Yeah. I can record like your glasses. You can show me what you're looking at through those. Those Vision Pros, it seems like it's the laptop that you're on the train with, that everybody sees you have a laptop, but you don't want everybody looking at what's on your laptop. Is that, am I getting like in the right ballpark? Like, what, so then the next thing is other people got to have one too, but it doesn't seem like they're marketing it for, oh, James got him and I got him, and we're in a zone using it any different than we can do this. Right.
It's for those folks who want an immersive multitasking experience, because it is very immersive. Okay, if you haven't worn a quality set of VR headsets before, you don't. It's like having an IMAX theater up close and personal just for you, and you can do multiple things. You can multitask at the exact same time. You could have Netflix running over here on one side, you can have your calendar open, you can have a browser open, you can have all these different tasks running, and really just by moving your head and using the controller, your hand controllers, you can bounce back and forth between some of those options. The fact that it's very immersive is attractive to folks, right? And again, especially the games and things like that, you feel like you're actually in it. It's a very realistic 3D feel. I think immersive is the best way to put it. Immersive is the best way to put it.
So here's what I like about this, and this is, I'm having me a moment real quick of saying something that's not, well, I don't really want to quote him, but one of these great pastors out of Texas mentioned this word.
Come on now. Oh, Lord.
There's a book called Disruptive Thinking, right? So y'all already know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I'm just going to the bright side. I'm not judging. I don't know. But let me take that disruptive thing. The disruptive thought that I had was, it's nothing bad on Apple. I think it's a great thing because Apple is like a great company I love. However, you're laughing at me, right? Disruptive thinking. But nonetheless, immersive like separates me from people. And here's the thing that I don't have a problem with saying, because I'm really digging into Steve Jobs came from somewhere. Tim Cook came from somewhere. Bezos, they came from somewhere. Like people that we look up to that's like real innovative, Warren Buffett, they have their own thought. They don't care about what you think about them. Say what you're going to say. The movement towards immersiveness, individualism, it's pulling people like apart. So even when you say work from home, you work from home, but you're still connecting with people. And I'm not saying the Vision Pros is going to take connection fully away, but in a sense, once I mask my face, you don't see me. Right. So now I've put myself in a space where you're not getting me anymore. You're getting a representative of me, and we've now built our own personal selves as another form of avatar that more separates people. So again, are we all that can afford it probably gonna grab one? Of course, somewhere I can probably pitch to you why I think it's dope. Oh, it's dope because I can sit here and do this. But honestly, how am I really connecting with people in the room if I mask myself from you and doing this? So how does podcasting work with that? So you'll have podcasters and people that go live talking about a product that doesn't correspond with what you're doing live. That's the thing that kind of frustrates me, right? You know how like I feel what you're saying when you say how your perspective is on hearing the word influencer. That's the thing. I'm with you on that. And this is the like-mindedness that when I saw that, I was like, that it's a good thing because I like Apple stuff. And I think Apple like goes to that next level. But this is the one product that I'm like, ooh, y'all really got to show and prove on this, because it's cute that I can just turn around, do a 360 and have, this open over there. But this is what I say to people that is in Ecamm community and other ones. It's like, oh, like, what's going to frustrate the hell out of me? If I go in Ecamm community and hear a bunch of people talk about these darn Vision Pros, I'm going to laugh because I'm going to be like, show me how that works for streaming live. Please show me. Please show me. Like, were you going to tap into it? Well, you already doing that when you launched the internet. You know what I'm saying? When I say, hey, the picture I took the other day, in 3 seconds, James 6 got it up. I'm like, James, what's the new sneaker line you got out? James hits the button and it's up. So what are you going to do? Tap into your goggles and I'm going to look at you on screen with goggles on your face? So in a sense, it's more individual, but it's going to flood YouTube, but nobody's going to be able to really show unless you have them.
Yes, that's the point, right? So and as you know, that right there, Gretchen gets it, I get it, you get it as well. Because right now there's been the update on our iPhones where we can take photos and videos that are spatially ready, right? That can be accessed on these VR headsets when they come out. But if I don't have one, I don't get that same experience. So I either have FOMO that I'm missing out. Or why would I want to take a photo like that when I can't experience it if I don't have it and someone else has it? I
think it's good for the individual, right? There's no doubt it's good for the individual, but this is going to be a great shift. Apple always disrupts stuff. I love them because they really throw the monkey
Took out
wrench
the headphone jack
in
before we even knew we needed a headphone jack taken. Stuff like that.
It's like I like it. Honestly, eventually will I have some? Maybe, but this is going to be a reckoning moment for me with Apple where I might be like, I'll pass because I'll get them glasses you got on before I get a Vision Pro because
come on, you get these glasses, but how much? They expect they not that. Come on, I don't even know how much. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you can get you a pair of these. I'll probably get. No, I was gonna say I'll probably get the second pair that comes out, the Visions, but I've had 2 pair of VR glasses, and I've never used them really.
No, Gretchen's saying what you said. It's like you go through them because I'm telling you, I watch my kids walk around the room and I'm damn near bumping into each other, like with their goggles on, and it was cute. But I was just like, even if you perfect this, why do I want to be in them? Like, I think there's a space for it. Like, I would like to read a book inside of them. Like, I'm not saying they're not going to be good. I think they're going to be great. Yeah. But I see it more so like iPad or iPhone on your eyes, right? A computer boxed over your head. But this is not a connecting piece because now, unlike an iPad and an iPhone is sitting out here. The iPhone's doing what we're doing here. An iPad's doing that. Once you go here, James glasses, you can see through them. True. And it does technology. The Vision Pros, of course, it has the thing on there. I saw they advertise where you can still see the room as well. But again, the functionality is throwing you, as James said, immersive. So when you immerse, you're pulling me out of, it's like, dude, it's like pulling your person into a digital soul.
You're withdrawing from community. A lot of times I will say that, and if folks that know me, I'll always say I don't like people. But here I am doing live streaming and talking and doing all that thing. And I would hate to be stuck in that world where I'm even more removed, right? Half of society already only has a 30, 60, 90 second attention span because they're on these social media platforms doing whatever they're doing. Now we're talking about sitting comfortably away from a computer with an entertainment, with a consumption device attached to your body, where you're watching your Netflix, you're streaming your YouTube, you're playing your game, you're doing all of that for hours on end by yourself or talking to someone remotely, and you're ignoring the folks that are probably 2 feet away from me. It's just, I don't like. I wouldn't like to be that far removed for that long period of time. I think it's going to be a success. Yeah, I'll say that. I think they're going to be a success. I think that, it's Apple, so you're going to get what you pay for. Yeah, you're going to pay. You're going to pay a premium for a premium product and a premium experience, but I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it.
Don't say never, man, because I'm like,
I'm not getting these. I'm not getting these $3,600 ones. I'll say that. I'm not getting these because I don't even, like I said, I don't even need an M3 MacBook Pro.
Well, you just explained for me like what I did with the Apple Watch, right? So the watch came out, I didn't jump on it. I moved from hating on it to just understanding it and then saying it's not for me yet.
Well,
because of how I know how Apple works.
Right? You got an Ultra, right? You got the big fella.
Oh yeah, I went and got the Ultras, and I got the newest Ultra.
You got to get the big one too, right?
But the version 1, 2, I didn't jump in on the watch till version 3.
Okay.
And then at version 3, I skipped 4, and then I jumped on 5. Then I went straight to the Ultra.
Got you.
Because the Ultra made sense to me. And then when people were asking me about it, I gave them if you in the fashion watch, you don't need it. But the watch allows me to put my phone down in most cases, right? I use it as a disciplinary piece to say, do I really have to have my phone in my hand? The watch will keep me up to date with everything.
Completely.
And so then I put it down, but I literally use it. Like, it helps me regulate, my exercise, my thinking, breathing, all of that stuff. And then what's the latest thing they had to take off with the blood oxygen? Yeah, remember they stopped selling the watches for a minute?
I guess it's too smart. Lobbyists got together and said, "Oh no, you're not going to be that smart. You're not going to take our jobs from." I don't know what it said, but it was the ECG. But that's why I got the Withings. Shouts out
Did
to
they
Withings.
take it off our watches yet?
That's why I got to do my Withings tonight. I got to set this up because I can do my ECG.
They didn't take it off yet, right? So if you don't update,
no, there hasn't been a software update yet. So I'm waiting to see when that happens. But that's what it was. The watch, the 9s and the Ultras were too smart. They were reading too much data, and
yeah, it doesn't check for heart attacks. Just hold still, 15, 14 seconds. And it's taking that pulse and it's running it like I'm in a hospital, bro. I like this.
Knows when you're falling and you can't get up. It'll call 911 for you. All that kind of, it's good stuff, man.
This gonna be I can't wait to see the conversation that people have. I think it's gonna be funny. So listen. This is Keith Pelzer's prediction. It's going to be funny watching people go live and say, "Hey, got the Vision Pros." Like, I don't know what you're looking at for real. And then if you tap it into it to stream what you're looking at, it's just like, I'm still not there. Like, it's not immersive to me. So it's just gonna be interesting. I mean, I think I would like it for reading, with the joints on, and I can see my personal use. I think the only rant I was on was laughing at people that are telling you or showing off something that's like you can't really involve people with. And those are one of those things where the weak people will buy it. Mm-hmm. And so if I'm in this stock, I'm a bank on the people that don't need it. Yes. That are influenced to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I like that.
There it is. They're influenced to buy it. Like, that first wave is to tell you that you need something you don't.
Go ahead with your disruptive thinking.
Listen,
y'all, what read between these lines, folks. We making jokes, but
because we help with. It's like, it's really at a core, it's like really pulling out the best in people. What I did today at the correctional facility and like taking pictures, and I got to go in and blur out faces for privacy and stuff, but it's being good. Something that you always say, James, is being good at what you do. Shout out to Billy, he had to go to bed, but it's that quality, right? How can we best throw quality out for necessary stuff and for the purpose of, like you said, we like stories. Like what I learned about doing pictures is I dig in, I try to find perspectives and stuff, but deep down inside of me, I do it for the storyline of it. So Instagram had gotten so far in the reels trying to be like TikTok, and the photographers' voices spoke up and said, look, damn it, we Instagram was about Instagram. It's a picture. And we jumped on these reels, and after a while, it's like, yo, I can go to TikTok for that. Let's kind of get back to why we like Instagram in the first place. And then Facebook is your chit-chatty spot. It's not just for old people. It's for people that like to converse back and forth. Instagram, we're not doing a bunch of conversing back and forth. And TikTok, we don't really want to converse. We want to just look, laugh, learn real quick. And then YouTube is our intentional space that we want to sit down. We want to get the story. We want to watch the whole podcast. And so with the creative sense or the creativity space, whatever we want to call that, it's really getting to the heart of who you are. And people like James and I, we're helping to say, okay, you have a story to tell, and people do hear about what they see. So it's not about bragging about the camera, bragging about the lens and stuff. We can be honest, we like this stuff, but for you, here's how we can help you. Take it up with the lighting. It's not that it's bad all the time. It's just, if people can help for it to be better, then they help to do it. And what my goal is for 2024 is really to be more intentional about helping people in a non-intimidating way, but then also making sure we tell the truth about why you don't need it, why you do, how we can help you to get better, and what works. And it's a big space, but this is the year to double down on it and get in there. So I'm loving it, man. You can get me off screen, James. I like how you did that, but you got it muted on that screen, don't you? Unmute yourself.
Okay, I said I wanted to make sure that you had what you needed to say right there, brother. I made it.
I like when you do that camera thing like that. That is so fire. That is so fire. I love it, man. I love it.
Hey, man, I think we did what we need to do tonight. I think
we did.
I think we told folks some things from our perspective. Had a lot of engagement with the community, which was always beautiful, and there were some lessons to be learned, man. But this is what we do, man. Conscious conversations, y'all. Listen, I know it was off the cuff, but man, Keith Pelzer over there, ladies and gentlemen, doing what he do. He gave us the word. The doors of the church are now open. If there is anyone in need.
Call Sammy up.
I was gonna say something because you really threw me off with the book there with the TDJ. I mean, I ain't gonna say the name. With the
you see, you done went all the way in there. I said the dude in Texas.
That's why you can't take me nowhere. I'm not good at poker, boy. Because your boy in the news right now. He doing some. He being accused of something.
It's something new. It's something new. Dang, going okay. I gotta catch up.
I leave this alone. My man Joshua just joined. What's up with you, brother? Appreciate you for being here. Appreciate. I hope you saw the whole thing, man. That we did what we did. Man, yeah, I can't. I'll play blackjack with you, but I won't play poker because, man, I will just give it away every single time. KP, let's do it again, man. Let's stay on point, man. I need these blessings every 2 weeks, man. I know we both got things going on, but your Eagles are done.
Let's have at it. And look, so we're gonna do this. If you have any questions, comments, throw them out there, and we'll do it. Feel free to throw the questions in the comments section because I can talk forever. But if you have any specific questions about anything, just ask and I'll drop it in there. Check me out on Instagram, Keith Pelzer on Instagram. You'll see me, man. Camera in the air, that's me. Check me out on there. If you have any questions about anything I do, hit me up. I love interacting with people. And of course, I don't have a Merc, but James got it. So stay focused and grab you a focus, represent, take a picture, hashtag this guy on it. And take the tips and the pointers. He's on it. And this is what he do.
Thank you, brother. This is what we do. Appreciate you, man. We will see y'all next time. KP, do your thing, man. Read that message and let me know your thoughts on it because I already got some. Matter of fact, stay online because we going to talk about it there. All right, y'all. We out.